After driving for DoorDash for years, both part-time and full-time, different marketplaces, 1,600 completed deliveries, I want to go over 5 things that I feel like, in my opinion, DoorDash really isn't telling Dashers. So if you're new or you're experienced, you should really know this before you continue to drive. Number 1, you can and will get deactivated quickly. So there's actually, maybe surprisingly, a good amount of reasons that you can be deactivated. Everything from customers reporting that your order never arrived, having that happen too much, to being late to the restaurants by more than 10 minutes, accumulating too many of those flags, to what I was actually deactivated for, referral fraud for having affiliate links here on social media, even though in October of last year I was told it was okay. So here's the thing, with DoorDash and really any app in the gig economy, you're an independent contractor, and if you are deactivated for something in their terms of service, in my opinion, it's gonna happen quickly, and in my opinion, the appeals process is gonna be quite hard. Number 2, you can receive fraudulent contract violations. So that's really a newer feature on DoorDash, something that I didn't see when I started. So this feature, contract violations, it's if you're late to the pickup or the drop-off destination by 10 minutes, you can get a flag for that on your profile. If the customer reports that the order never arrived, even though you delivered to the correct address, let's say you verify the house number, the apartment number, whatever, you follow all the instructions, for some reason, again, you can receive fraudulent violations. And that's concerning. I think that's especially concerning because this is a newer feature, really to 2021. So I would watch your profile. I would literally over document. I would take screenshots. I would use any GPS if you can, and maybe even save those files somewhere so you have a proof of record, a proof of that delivery that, I actually did follow all of the instructions and I delivered to the appropriate address. Now, I do feel like that's something that DoorDash is aware of, that they're working on, but I would protect your profile. I don't want you to get deactivated with fraudulent claims. Number 3, especially if you're new, but the acceptance rating on your Dasher screen, on your rating screen, it does not matter, even though DoorDash kind of makes it seem like it does. So we talked about the contract violations, prior rights. If you get too many of those, you can be deactivated. The whole list of the things in the terms of service that you can be deactivated for. But your acceptance rate is not one of them. So if we look at a screen here, you can see, okay, there's contract violations, It's red. Not good. We have your driver rating. Typically, you need to have at least a 4.6 driver rating or you can risk deactivation. Things like completion rate, the percent of orders that you actually complete, that needs to be at least 80% to avoid deactivation. But acceptance rate, if we see this, it's red. It looks bad. And even if you click on it, it says, hey, accept more orders to improve your acceptance rate. And it says it's too low, but as a Dasher, I just want you to know, as an independent contractor working on this app, it can literally be 0 or 1%. You can't be penalized based on the status of that independent contractor working with a DoorDash for your acceptance rate. Number 4, in my opinion, you will make next to nothing on DoorDash, and really most apps in this gig economy, on base pay. You really need the bonuses, any kind of challenges or peak pay here on DoorDash, and tips to make the most money possible. So base pay, it's basically time and distance on a lot of these apps, and that's the same thing here with a DoorDash. So base pay, there's also Dasher desirability, but generally it's pay per minute, pay per mile, and just taking base pay runs. In my experience and working with other drivers, you can expect maybe $11 to $13 an hour if you just take base pay. And then number 5, I will hand it to DoorDash. They do mention this, but they literally just mention it around tax time, and that is setting money aside to pay for your tax liabilities. So again, you're an independent contractor. You're not a W-2 employee. So because of that, 0, literally nothing, is taken out of your gross earnings for taxes. Now, it's great that DoorDash mentions taxes, of course, come tax time, the months before tax time, but especially if you're just starting and you didn't know, you really cannot spend that entire amount that you earn as a Dasher. You should be setting some money aside for taxes. So if you're a Dasher or you're considering dashing, let me know which one of these tips helped you out. And if you do have any other questions, let me know down below in the comments. If you got value in this video, definitely drop me a like, and you can also click or tap screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you, and I'll see you in the next one.